Hello, everybody. It's Tom from the Ketogenic Fasting Project. Just doing a little video here tonight, testing out some new technology. Want to do a little something about the PKD diet or the Paleo Ketogenic Diet. This is kind of brought to us from the Paleo Medicina in Hungary. You may have seen videos from Dr. Sabatoth and Dr. Sophia Clemens. They've been interviewed by all kinds of carnivore and ketogenic people. The PKD diet, even though it's paleo ketogenic, is pretty much a meat diet. And from what I gather, I'm not an expert on what they do there per se. I just kind of know from watching the videos and listening to the podcast and talking to him a little bit online, that this is a carnivore diet, but it emphasizes some organ meats, particularly liver and brains. So since I'm already on a carnivore diet and I'm pretty familiar with a ketogenic diet, I decided to give it a go. I've mostly been eating beef liver, but I did have some sheep liver, and I've been eating sheep brains because I haven't been able to get any beef brains without buying an entire head and sawing it up. And the price for the entire cow head is at least $55 when I can go get the sheep brain for, I don't know, like $10 a pound or something, and it's just brain. So anyways, the idea here is that a lot of autoimmune diseases are inspired by leaky gut syndrome or increased intestinal permeability, and by eating this PKD diet you can heal up the leaky gut or PKD, and you can basically eat the prescribed organ meats with presumably beef, and it'll heal up the tight junctions in the small intestine and reverse the disease. And in my case, I had arthritis really bad, which went away, but I still have psoriasis, so if you want to see what a little sample what it looks like, that on my elbow there, and that patch on the side there, and on the inside of my arm, and on the back of my arm. I have that on both arms. I have it on my elbows. I got it on my legs. Sometimes I get it on my ears and my eyelids and all kinds of. And it could be its own little horror show, because you will, I've told this story in other videos, but basically I'd get ready to go to work in the morning, and my girlfriend would stop me after I put on a fresh set of clothes and say, "Hey, you're bleeding through your clothes." So these lesions or rashes or whatever you want to call them, sometimes, you shower up, towel off, put on some clean clothes, and that was enough to open up the lesions, and they just start bleeding through your clothes, sometimes a couple layers of clothes. So yeah, sometimes it's painful, a lot of times it itches. It's tough to track down exactly what's going on here. I spent a lot of time testing foods. I look at a carnivore diet as kind of the ultimate elimination diet, because meat doesn't seem to aggravate my arthritis or my psoriasis. It's everything else. So right now I'm basically focusing on this PKD diet and looking to see if I can totally get rid of this psoriasis, which does seem to be getting better. I am doing one other thing that may be helping, and that is getting some tanning in, because it's winter time, the days are short, I work most of the day. We've had a lot of cloud cover and a lot of rain. I live in Southern California, where it doesn't really rain very much, but this year is one of the rainy years, so I don't have too many opportunities to go out and get sunlight. And I don't know if it's the cause or if it's all that meaningful, but I used to get quite a bit more sunlight working outside, and due to the weather and lifestyle changes, I haven't gotten as much. So it's very possible that sunlight has something to do with it, but it's also, given the success that they've had in at the clinic in Hungary, it could be that this Paleo Ketogenic diet with the um, organ meats is sort of a healing modality or whatever for leaky gut syndrome, which the leaky gut syndrome could be caused by a number of things. For one, NSAIDs, like non-steroidal anti-inflammatories, are kind of notorious for this, and I did notice a correlation between taking pain relievers, over-the-counter pain relievers for my arthritis and an eruption. Stress can do it. Fructose and other sugars have been known to do it. So those are potential causes. So I had psoriasis and arthritis long before I was ever on a low-carb, ketogenic, or a carnivore diet. And now I'm working on resolving that. Like I said, the arthritis is gone, but the psoriasis has not gone. It's gotten better at times, but it's also flared up, which could have been due to stress, or it could have been due to something dietary, or even some unknown other factor. But at the moment, on this PKD diet, which I've been on for about 2 weeks straight now, does seem to be getting better. And I've been taking still photos, particularly of the lesions on my right thigh, which are some of the biggest and most active ones. They seem to be getting better. So hopefully someday I'll do a slideshow and we'll be able to correlate the improvement or the worsening based on my efforts. So I wanted to say a little bit about my path to carnivore, because I really was in a bad place with a lot of arthritis and psoriasis and declining health. And a friend said that he was reading the book Why We Get Fat by Gary Taubes, and that was where it started. And jumping off from there, I've read a lot of books, listened to a lot of podcasts, done a lot of reading of studies. In fact, one of the things I've been doing is putting this website together called Carnivore Info, where I start posting a lot of this stuff rather than having to list it in every single video or every single post I make. I can just start referring to Carnivore Info, and things are broken down by category there, and there's a lot of overlap. So, but instead of typing it all out or listing it in the show notes every time, I can just mount it there, and it's there. It's out. It's available to everybody on the internet. You don't have to belong to Facebook or whatever. I don't have to email it to somebody. So, anyways, that's the current experiment for me, and I encourage anybody out there who is suffering from some sort of autoimmune disease to at least look into it, because it might really help you, especially if you're not getting a relief from any medications or any other therapies. You might want to look into carnivore, and you might want to look into the PKD diet, or at least the standard ketogenic diet, and see if it helps you, because it drastically changed my life. It changed everything: the way I sleep, the way I feel, my dyslexia, my autistic symptoms like perseveration and stuff like that have gotten much better. And I used to believe that you could out exercise just about any problem, but I don't believe that anymore. In fact, I think it's probably like somewhere between 80 and 90% diet, and the rest is lifestyle and activity instead of the other way around. So anyways, that's why I make these videos, because I want people to know that there's options out there, and I want people to know that if everything else fails, there's something else to try. This isn't a religion. This isn't about being a purist or anything. This is about results. So anyways, I hope people who need it will give it a try, and I hope that the community keeps growing and keeps helping people. So anyways, I just want to make this quick video. Please consider subscribing to the channel, giving it a like, and passing the links on to other people who might need them. So anyways, thanks for watching and feel better.